Welcome to the Social Podcast, where no discussion or debate is off limits.
Welcome to The Social, everybody. We'd like to welcome to the show for the first time comedian Adam Conover. Hello.
Hi, everybody.
Welcome.
Nice to be here.
I know you're from Los Angeles originally,
I am.
but we gave you a little Canadian cold. How about that?
I love it. It's 65 degrees and on fire in Los Angeles. I'm very happy to be here.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
it's nice to be chilly.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Well, why don't we kick off the show with this? Because 50 years on, we may finally find out everything that the U.S. government has on the assassinations of JFK, his brother Robert F. Kennedy, and civil rights icon Martin Luther King Jr. Now, why? Well, Trump has just signed an executive order to declassify the entire file set on these cases. The White House says their families and the American people deserve transparency and truth. So do we think, is this what people have been wanting and waiting for, Adam?
I'll say this as the token American. This was the furthest thing from my mind. This is.
Yes.
I'll be really straight up. This is Trump trying to distract us from everything else that he's doing. That he wants to deport 20 million people, that he just signed an executive order trying to erase the existence of trans people, that he's trying to, destroy huge amounts of the federal government. A big part of his voting base are conspiracy theorists. About 49% of Americans at this point are conspiracy theorists. It's just how the American brain works. And he's just throwing red meat to people, trying to distract them, get them talking about JFK. There's not going to be any new information. Nothing is going to be settled. And also, it doesn't matter. The man died 60 years ago.
Yeah.
He's dead. He's still going to be dead. I don't care who killed him. As far as MLK goes, we know who killed him. There's no dispute about it. We also know the FBI was after him because Herbert Hoover was racist. Trump is the exact same kind of racist as Herbert Hoover was. So there's no new information there either. It's a waste of time to even discuss.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Don't you think wait. I mean,
No offense.
Yeah, I agree with everything you're saying, but don't you think it's extraordinarily calculated, not only to distract, but also to shed more doubt on the CIA and more doubt on the government? Because the FBI, that he's just trying to, again, discredit them and put up his government as, again, the most honest, the most trustworthy, the most whatever it is.
Or worse yet, a reason to dismantle the CIA and FBI today. So yes, it was 60 years ago, but he hates them today.
Yeah, and they did do a lot of shady things 60 years ago.
Absolutely,
it was a lot less buttoned up at the time. They were really doing dirty tricks at the time. They didn't kill JFK, but if they can imply that they did, then yes, it makes his project of dismantling the government.
Can we also talk about the hypocrisy? Because this is a man who mentioned in his inauguration speech that there was an attempt assassination on his life. But those medical records are sealed. So we're not going to get your medical records, but we're going to talk about all of these people who died some 60 plus years ago. I'm not buying it. I'm with you. Such a huge distraction. Week 2, and once again, another distraction. Last time it was TikTok. This time we need to see all of these sealed documents. And one thing that I noticed that he did not do, which was respect the families. And I know while this is scratching the itch of every conspiracy theorist who wants to know and find out what happened, what about the families? They are still alive, and you are ripping away that scab that is just, they're trying to heal every single year, even though this happened a long time ago. And we have comments from 2 of them. First of all, the grandson of JFK said, declassification is using JFK as a political prop. When he's not here to punch back, there's nothing heroic about it, right? And the King family also released a statement saying, for us, the assassination of our father is a deeply personal family loss that we have endured over the last 56 years. We hope to be provided the opportunity to review the files as a family prior to the public. And I didn't hear Trump say anything about, I'm going to let the family see this first, and then we'll release everybody. It's, again, a huge distraction for the general public and its supporters. And I'm going to ask them, while they're talking about this, where's the affordable groceries in all of this?
That was promised. What do you think, Jess?
Well, I'm not curious to see them at all, mostly for the points that you point out. I take great pride in not being conspiratorial minded because of that correlation between people who tend to believe in conspiracy theories also tend to distrust science. So it's mostly ego why I don't do it. That being said,
You want to see it.
But why are there 1 million documents?
I mean, to be clear, 99% of the documents have been released. Literally, almost everything is.
Why am I defending this? Who am I right now?
Yeah. I think
They've all been redacted.
I don't. It's not that they've been redacted. We know the majority of the story. I think the one thing is, I don't think as the public, you have to understand, if you're the FBI or the CIA, they run in secret in terms of their work for a reason. As the public, we are not supposed to know everything. I think we assume, well, they are publicly funded,
Completely
and therefore we should know.
Yeah.
We are not supposed to know their investigation strategies or techniques. We're not supposed to know where they're going to look for whom. There are some things we're not supposed to know.
Cybersecurity is another one.
Cybersecurity.
You know why? Because we can't handle the truth.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
Well, additional information is not going to solve anything because to conspiracy theorists, the question is never answerable.
That's right.
Whenever they get more information, it's just, oh, well, then, what else are they holding back? And that feeds into this, and they just spin more and more nonsense.
There is no ending.
Yeah.
There is no ending, yeah.
Well, I want the alien file opened up. Our next topic comes from The Strategist, and they are asking, what's better, using overhead lights in your home or a set of lamps, sort of for more dim lighting? It's an important, very divisive topic.
This is the real conspiracy theory.
What do we think? This is huge. Well, for me, it's only the lamps, little side lamps. I rarely turn on those overheads. I like to create. Thank you for the support. Thank you for the support. I like to create little moods and the ambiance and the glow, which is why my Christmas tree is still up.
Ambiance lighting. Yeah. Adam, are you team overhead or team lamp?
I don't really care. I think the people who are anti-big light need to take a chill pill. It's not the best light, but some people go, no, the big light! We can't have it out! Look, man, I'm just trying to get to the bathroom and not trip. It's not you can handle it for 1 second. You're gonna be fine. I know the light's a little more blue than you like. Oh, boo-hoo. We'll turn on the lamp later. Why are we discussing this?
And if I can jump on the pylon, I bet you all the people who are anti-team overhead light are under 40. Because I don't know about you, but I hit 40, I can't see anything.
Yes.
It is team overhead light. Otherwise, we're just like I can't. So yeah, I think these are all youngins. I'm gonna blame this on younger generations.
I don't know. Maybe, but I mean, the overhead. No one looks good in overhead lights.
What about that, Adam?
Right? They don't.
I'm not trying to look good when I'm in my own house.
Come on, yes you are.
I'm trying to look like crap. I'm in sweatpants.
You look good. You want to look good all the time.
And look at how many overhead lights we have right now. We got 1 million big lights around us.
True.
These are the biggest lights ever. We all look amazing. I got the most applause breaks so far.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. I'm glad we solved something here. Maybe not assassinations, but the lighting debate, we got it.
Let's keep this juicy conversation going. The New York Times has their writers debating whether the Trump-Musk marriage can truly last. Can the richest man in the world and the most powerful man on the planet work together? Or how soon will two alpha dogs take each other down? Adam, since you are our guest and you are also American, I'm going to throw this one to you first. How long do you think this bromance is going to go on?
I mean, look, Trump is a reality star at heart, so of course there has to be a couple episode-long arc where they're fighting.
Yeah.
But again, it's all theater, right? It's designed to give us something to talk about, and I think it's sad that we've got 2 billionaires running the country for transparently their own gain, right? Musk put hundreds of millions of dollars behind getting Trump elected so that he could funnel government money into his pocket. It's explicitly what he's doing. And now we have so little power that we're just like the peasants discussing the dramas at court. Like, oh, the king and the prince are fighting. I hear they're on bad terms. Like, again, we have no power anymore in our own democracy. And so now we're just discussing court intrigues as these 2 powerful guys fight. It doesn't matter whether they get into an argument and fight. They are still massively enriching themselves at the public expense. And it's embarrassing for America that this is what we've been reduced to.
Yeah, Steve, I agree with you on one point, but I think there are 3 men who would disagree with you. And those 3 men are former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, former White House Communications Director Anthony Scaramucci, and most recently Vivek Ramaswamy. These are three men who were in the Trump camp, and they were useful and they were powerful until Trump was like, that's enough of you, you got to go. And I think that's why all of the networks are talking about there's only a matter of time between these two before this relationship goes downhill. First of all, there's already rumors from the Trump camp that people are like, Elon is doing too much, because everybody knows what you're not supposed to do in business, and that is outshine your boss. And what is Elon doing? Every chance he gets. Where is he? He's on stage, he's jumping around, he's doing salutes, he's doing all kinds of nonsense.
But I think he'll get a pass because he's the richest man in the world.
No, listen, this is not the first time in U.S. history, especially with a president, where you have a very powerful rich man in the background pulling, with all the strings. But those men were quietly doing it. That's the whole point of doing that.
Yeah, where Elon Musk could very well have an office
competing
in
for the
White
spotlight.
House.
Yeah, you stood in the back and you're like, this is the way this is going to go. And then your president goes out on the press conference and talks to everybody. Elon wants to be the president, and it's very clear to me. And I think it's only a matter of time before he's gone. His torch is going to get snuffed out.
But doesn't it just...
Good.
Doesn't it sound like you're just describing a season of The Celebrity Apprentice, though? We're like, oh, Chris Christie was fired in episode 2. Like, sure, and he's still famous, and he's profiting off of it,
I just think that this is the chapter where, I mean, listen, thank God you have friends up here, because I think, not only are we witnessing the downfall of the American empire, but this is the time when the billionaire will outshine even the president of the United States. The reason why I think that this is actually going to go the long haul, I'll make that prediction, is because Trump needs Elon more than Elon needs Trump. And the reason why is he is worth $432 billion. These are numbers we can't even comprehend. Did you know that Musk is worth more than Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg combined? Did you know this is unfathomable wealth? And he doesn't care as much about America as Trump thinks. Elon is an equal opportunity opportunist.
Wait,
he's got his hand in Italy.
Do you think Trump cares how rich he is?
Absolutely.
Oh, I do too.
So?
Yeah,
I think that we know Trump. What does he love? He loves the flash. He loves power and he loves money. And right now, even though it seems like this is a mutually beneficial relationship, eventually Musk is going to realize, I'm the richest man on earth. He will be the first trillionaire. He doesn't need Trump. And because of that, there's a certain point where Musk is not as invested in this. He is invested, I mean, literally invested, but he's got his hand in Germany. He's got his hand in Italy. He's got his hand in Ontario. He's got his hand everywhere.
Too many places.
He transcends politics.
I know, but didn't
I want to ask Adam a quick question.
Though. I think he served his purpose, which you helped Trump win the election.
Yes, but I want to find out how dire it is, or how depressed you are. Obviously, it's very, very dark. But is there that flicker of light in knowing that America is designed as such that there are checks and measures placed within the government, within the Constitution, that yes, it'll be 4 years, but then 4 years, then democracy will reign, and then everything's going to be okay. Adam, tell us it's going to be okay.
Wow. Am I on MSNBC? This is great. I think it's a really sad moment for America, because this is the way that people used to describe like Putin's Russia, right? That you have Putin and then you have the oligarchs. Here's the oil oligarch, here's the gas oligarch, and these people almost have more power than Putin, and he has to wrangle them, and they have, interests in other countries. That's what the United States is now. We have Donald Trump, and then we have, as you say, Elon Musk, who's the richest man in the world, has power like outstripping most nations and most, and he realized that he can openly influence the United States election. And then all the other billionaires are hopping on board. Mark Andreessen and Zuckerberg and Sam Altman, they're all jumping on board because, it's open season. We don't have to do it in the shadows. We can just run the country openly. We can put the public money in our pockets. We can do whatever we want, and we can be more powerful than the people. It's been a fundamental shift in power in the country.
So
we are no longer a democracy. We're an oligarchy.
What you're saying is everything's going to be fine. Moving on. After winning their playoff game, the Philadelphia Eagles they sold the snow off the field for $50.
Hard turn, Adam.
You could have bought. See, this is why everything's going to be okay.
This proves my point.
No, it doesn't. It proves that there's
we're like, oligarchy. Okay, we're on to the NFL. Okay, we're back.
Fine. Everything's fine. Look over here. Look over here. Guys, they sold the snow. And you could have bought some for just $50. Some of that grit, passion, and determination. That's true. So, guess what? They sold out of the snow. They sold out of the snow.
Yeah.
So,
This is just how Americans are amusing ourselves as the country collapses around us, is with football and snow.
Okay, so let me just throw more, like, distraction over here, because I love this idea. So listen, I'm not part of Eagles Nation, but I appreciate the fandom over there in Philadelphia because the Eagles are like a religion for them, and I love this. And even though I would never buy snow, like we're Canadian after all, it's everywhere. What I did have, when I was like, what memorabilia do I have? And I get the fandom, I get the fervor behind this because I went to the Taylor Swift concert with my daughter. It was her very first concert. She loves Taylor Swift. And then there was this rain of confetti that came down, and it got into all of our clothes, into our bags, into our shoes, into our jackets. And we got home and it all fell out. And my daughter says, Mommy, we have to save every single piece of confetti. So we have a little Ziploc bag filled with Taylor Swift confetti as memorabilia. So in a sense, I get it.
Yeah. Listen, if you don't want to buy the snow, there's actually a really cute piece of memorabilia because on the day of that game when the Eagles were going against the Rams, the mayor of Philadelphia, her name is Cheryl Parker, she had a little press conference and she wanted to cheer the fans on. Take a look at this.
Well, listen, we've got to do this. Let me hear you all say, E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles! Let's go, Birds!
If you didn't catch it because your spelling is bad, she spelled Eagles incorrectly.
Very incorrectly.
Which went viral. But then the Philadelphia Eagles were brilliant because then what did they do? They have a T-shirt with her spelling of the Eagles, and it is sold out. So if you don't want the snow, that's cool, but you could also get yourself a Eagles T-shirt, which is amazing.
We are back. Okay, so listen, pet regret. It can be kind of hard to talk about, but a writer for Scary Mommy is confessing that she wishes her family never got a dog. Yeah, she says it's been 3 years and her list of grievances has only grown over that time. Adam, pet regret, is this something you can relate to?
I read this article. I think this woman was really mostly concerned that she had kids. I think that was her problem. If you read the article, she's like, I got pregnant, then I was too nauseous and exhausted to take care of the dog. I'm like, the dog's not the problem. The problem is, that's why I'm happy I don't have kids. I got more time to spend with my dog, No, me and my ex co-parent our dog, and I'm very happy that she has...
What does that mean?
It means we split. It means I only spend weekends with her, and that's how I like it. Because my ex chose the dog, and she chose a cattle dog, which is a very high maintenance dog.
Yeah.
And like
so you got it when you were together.
We got it when we were together.
Hey,
and this is the kind of dog that looks at you and is like, what are we doing right now? Like, are you training me? Are we doing tricks? What are we doing? What are we doing? Fill the Kong, put peanut butter in the Kong. We gotta have an activity. And so it's really nice when I got her and I can fill that need and then I give her back to her mom and I'm like, now I'm gonna get some work done. I'm gonna chill out.
It's interesting though, it's a big taboo. I think that people these are two of the biggest ones. Like talking about child regret is obviously the biggest one, but I think pet regret also, people don't want to say out loud because people who love their pets love them a lot. I have a friend who, she said to another couple, like no matter what, after 3 months of having a pet, you will fall in love. And so she so encouraged my friend's husband, he secretly went out and got a dog, not known to the wife, and came home with it. She was so mad, but true enough, after 3 months, she fell in love and can't imagine that life without it. But I don't think that that's true for everyone.
No, I don't think it's true for
for you. I know it's true for you.
Adam, let me bring you up to speed. So I recently adopted an 11-year-old senior gentleman cat named Tomas, whose owner passed away. Thank you, everyone, for supporting my son, Tomas the cat. Here's the problem. So I have a cat allergy. I thought I'd outgrown it, but when I heard the story of Tomas, I was like, who cares about the cat allergy? It's not that bad. I'll live with it. First 4 weeks of Tomas moving in, nothing. I was like, oh my God, I now believe in God. This is incredible. This is incredible. This was supposed to be. Flash forward to the last month, because it's been 2 months. I'm a wreck at home, allergy-wise. I am scratching my eyes out. My partner says maybe it's because when I get home, I'm like, mommy's like just my face in the dander. I don't care. I'll have my eyes removed. I can remove stuff. I love this cat so much.
Aww, so sweet.
I know. It's reasonable.
What
Keep
I
the
will
cat.
say is, I have it's my second Doberman, and her name is Cleopatra, and I got her during the pandemic, a lot of pandemic pups, right? And I had lost my last Doberman, and I was really, really wanting another dog. Here's the only regret I have. I don't have regret for her. I regret that I didn't get my daughter's buy-in. Because you need the whole family, to your story. You need the whole family's buy-in, or things could go sideways. You would hope that everyone falls in love. Like, what child doesn't love a cute little
What
puppy?
child doesn't love a Doberman?
They're misunderstood, Adam. But here we are. How many years? 5 years later, my daughter hates the dog.
So the rule
The rule
didn't
is,
work.
it doesn't matter.
Yeah. No.
It doesn't matter, and I don't know what to do. And now I've developed this other allergy issue, so now I am having bigger conversations, and my daughter says, just let her run away. Open the door. Let her run away. Just
my
let her disappear.
gosh.
So the only regret is she always says to me, I never had my say on a family pet, and I never wanted her.
Again,
So there
to me,
it is.
it sounds like the child is the problem. It sounds like maybe you need to get rid of the kid. No, let the kid run free. Keep the dog.
Full circle.
Love you, Marquesa. Mommy loves you. Adam, Adam, you are currently on tour, and you are touring a brand new stand-up show.
Yes.
And it is called the Nihilism Pivot Tour.
Yes, what a good name.
Thank you. Thank you.
That is a great name.
What is that name? And tell us about the
Well,
show.
I'm sort of known for being like a topical, political, like important comedian. My whole career, I've done comedy about, climate change, social problems, how we can make the world a better place. At the end of every television show, Netflix episode, YouTube I've ever done, I say the problems aren't so bad. Here's what we can do to solve them. Make the world a better place. You know what happened? Nobody did any of it.
Yeah.
No one took any of my advice. The world's just gotten worse. I decided, you know what? Comedy's powerless to stop any of this. Now I just want to do jokes about drugs and sex. And so that's what my comedy is now. I just am having fun on stage and having a good time, and we're doing shows at the Comedy Bar here in Toronto. We just added a show on Sunday because we sold out the rest of the weekend.
nice.
And on April, I believe 21st, I'm going to be in Vancouver. If people want to come see, I'm having a blast with my opener Sammy Mowry, who's in the crowd here today. Sammy's over there.
Thank you.
So we're having a blast. Come see us.
Okay, adamconover.net is how you can get tickets. So adamconover.net. This has been a ton of fun. Thanks, Adam.
Thanks for having me, everybody.
Subscribe to the Social Podcast so you don't miss a fiery debate. Until next time, socialites.